I am Barbara Katsnelson, aka the Awareness Muse, aka spiritual pleasure pop star. I come from a highly dysfunctional family system. I didn't know what I was doing with relationships at all. And it got to a point where like all my friends are getting married, but I am having panic attacks. My mom was mentally ill. I was dealing with helping her. I couldn't hold down relationships. I couldn't hold down partnerships with men, but then also it started to bleed into other areas of my life where it became kind of like agoraphobic. I couldn't go outside, but I'm like, here I am as a real estate broker. And how could you not live that way? So I ended up on medication. I didn't want to be on the medication. And I basically had that moment of like where people sometimes describe it when they end up how they get to AA, where they're like, my life has become completely unmanageable. I'm on my knees crying, like, help, what do I fucking do? I don't know what to do. Lo and behold, my sister was going to some transformational workshop and she was just like, just come see what happens. I went, I had the most fucking amazing, I got off the medication. Everybody needs to know what this is because this is fucking amazing. And I started to go down this path of there's actually an answer. I can learn how to be in relationship and know what to do when it comes to issues in relationship. I don't have to disappear and abandon people. They don't have to abandon me. We can work through things and it's a good thing. So like I went down this path of learning and getting educated and getting trained in intimacy and how to build relationships and vulnerability. And my anxiety started to lessen. I started to create wonderful relationships. I attracted my king. It was fucking amazing. I created my own methodology from that of how to attract a king. And it was amazing because prior to that, I was the bitch who was dating men who had a kid and like lied to me about it. Like, this fucking work works. So I get into the relationship with this king. Everything's fucking magic, amazing. And then the sex dies. And so here I am. I'm this real estate broker who really deeply desires to be this relationship coach, but I'm not leaving because I'm addicted to making money in real estate, which was like another problem. And I'm addicted so much to making money in real estate that I'm working 7 days a week and I really don't even have time for my king anymore. And we're not having sex. I feel dead inside. I'm stressed out. I'm overwhelmed. What the fuck's going on? I created the life I want. We're living where we want. My career is super successful. I have this man who's in love with me, who I'm attracted to, who I want to be having sex with. And this is not happening. What the fuck is going on? I'm 33 years old. This is not what this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was like my second come to Jesus moment. So then a friend of mine, of course, because this is how the goddess answers, ever hear of Mama Gina? She's having this event. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But she said, she just talks about pleasure a lot. I was like, pleasure? I don't even think I use that word. I was like, what? Like, wait, pleasure? What do you mean pleasure? She just talks about like how women are supposed to have pleasure. I was like, sign me, I'm going. I didn't even need to, like, I was like, I don't know what the fuck. And it was a really big moment for me because Mama Gina was doing live events at the time in New York on weekends, and real estate brokers, that's their like money making time. And even just saying yes to that was like a really big deal and really uncomfortable because I'm like, I'm not going to be there for my clients. I have to turn my cell phone off and listen to this woman talk about pleasure. Like, what the fuck? Like, what impact that's going to have on my life and all things. But I went, I fucking had the best time. I was like, oh my God, this is the thing. And brought it into my life. And then I was like, I need to do more. I went on other trainings, learned other things, got other certifications, and was like, I need this in my fucking life. Like, I need this in my life. It made me come alive and it gave me the strength and also the guts to do my life. You know, the reason I started real estate was because 99% of it was because it was the first time in my life that my father said to me, oh, you have a good idea. You want to go into real estate the first time. So I was like, oh my God, he thinks it's a good idea. Obviously, I have to pursue real estate. He thought coaching was like a cult thing. So I was like, I can't be a coach. And then once I started to do the self-pleasure stuff, to really work on myself, to open myself up sexually in a way that I never understood, because feeling sexual in the like as a woman in the patriarchy is not the same thing as having that full ownership of your body and understanding how to work with that sexual energy that you've even allowed yourself to have and express.
Yeah.
So there's a huge difference, and you don't know it until you start going down this sacred sexuality road.
Yeah.
And I finally started to get that distinction of like, I was always sexy, like I was always into like sexy stuff, and I was sexual, and like my friends all like knew that I had that side of me. But it's quite different when you're like, wait a second, this is what sex is supposed, like I can orgasm for an hour without with him not taking his clothing off.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't know that that was a possibility. I had no fucking idea. When you learn
Yeah.
these techniques and you start to first, you have to become, I always say, your own best lover. And that was
Yes.
how that started for me. Once I started to become my own best lover, I started to become so much more confident in other areas of my life that I was like, let me be honest with myself. The only reason I'm in real estate is because I wanted my father's approval. Well, guess what? He never gave it to me.
Mm.
Even after I worked on deals with him, didn't happen. And I'm so grateful for that because I became so in my power from all of the sexual education that I had gotten, it allowed me to be, it's okay that I never got the approval. It's time for me to now go, because even though I'm really good at it, I don't like it. And this is not my path. It gave me like the chutzpah and the power to just like, I'm going to live my life the way that I desire it to. Now I'm 10 years older and I'm having way more exciting sexcapades, all of the things, but also I'm in the career, and I don't even call this a career. It's like the mission that
Yeah.
I'm on. And it allows your body, when you do that, when you make this connection, and what I got is that it allowed me to create so much safety in my body that I didn't need it from the outside, that I could make decisions that felt scary with,
Yes.
like, I could just make them, where like I would have never have done that 10 years ago, but like now I'm happier and things are better and like I'm getting more of what I want. So here I am. Life is so much better and life is so much more amazing. And like, not only in sex, but in other areas of my life, I'm doing what I want. I'm doing how I want it. And like everyone around me is lit up by it.
Yeah. And you're making the world a better place, goddammit.
Exactly. And you're making the world a better place. So here we are on this mission to support women to come play with us in the pleasure playground.